Just a note about when you should be entering sales invoices and bills versus creating receive and spend money transactions on the fly during bank reconciliation. 9 times out of 10, when sales or income comes in, you will have an invoice to match to because you use Xero for its invoicing feature. However, if you're in hospitality or retail and you have lots of FPOS or cash transactions, you're unlikely to create invoices for these. Therefore, you would create receive money transactions for income coming from these sources. For example, this e-bank deposit of $1,000 would just be coded to your sales code. Most Xero users who don't have a bookkeeper won't have bills entered, so they will always have to create spend money transactions on the fly. If you do have bills entered in your Xero, then they will most likely be for supplier costs, the kind of things that are due the 20th of the month following. Therefore, any other smaller expenses you pay for, such as petrol, entertainment expenses, office supplies, general expenses, these will be transactions created on the fly during bank reconciliation. Just be careful and be consistent with your systems so you don't create duplicate transactions. For example, if your bookkeeper has entered a bill for an expense, then you need to match that bill to the relevant bank statement line. You don't want to create a spend money transaction on the fly as well, or you'll have a double up on your books. So, if we take our example with Swanston Security, we know there's a bill in there for this. But if you ignore it and just create a spend money transaction, you will create a duplicate transaction. A second note about bank statement lines. If you click the down arrow on the options link on any bank statement line, you'll see a shortcut to adding a bank rule. You'll also see this delete statement line link. A common mistake people make when starting out with Xero is using this to delete bank statement lines for personal purchases. This is not what you should do. As mentioned in the Chart of Accounts module, if you have made a personal purchase from your business bank account, you should code it to drawings. Don't delete the bank statement line, as this will affect your statement balance, and then your balance in Xero won't match. And as mentioned at the beginning, after you have reconciled all your lines, your statement balance and balance in Xero should match. We will look more into why this is in the 201 course. The only time you should delete a statement line is if there are duplicate statement lines, which can happen if you're having to import your bank statement lines manually. So by now you should know how to get to the bank reconciliation screen, the layout of the screen, the common reconciliation scenarios of match, create, find and match, minor adjustments, and find and match with split, along with the auto memorization feature, the discuss tab, and bank rules. We also discussed when to use the create feature vis-a-vis sales invoices and bills, and the consequences of deleting bank statement lines. Now let's test your knowledge with a quick quiz.